Let's head into the segment where we'll be looking at the paper review now. Some of the major headlines across Nigerian papers. And I have with me on Skype Sheson Okunade, Chartered Accountant and Public Affairs Analyst. Sheson, good morning. It's good to have you join me now.
Good morning, Mike. Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday, really. All right, let's begin right now with Daily Trust newspaper. And it says, no more excuses. Buhari warns service chiefs. Remove them. Experts are advising there. And while we're yet to defeat bandits, as the military is trying to explain why they're not performing. News Direct newspaper is next now, and it says Obaseki joins PDP as Gadom takes over APC, acting scribe fumes. An APC Governors Forum calls for Buhari's and Tinubu's intervention. PDP postpones Edo primary election. All right, that's the News Direct. And Blueprint newspaper is next, and it says Buhari to security chiefs, enough of these killings, your best not good enough. And admits lack of synergy among agencies, orders meeting with Northwest governors, and troops kill 41 terrorists and several bandits. All right, that's the Blueprint newspaper. Okay, Daily Times is next now. Buhari goes tough on security chiefs, expresses anger over rising insecurity in the nation, and tasks them to justify their continuous stay in office, and orders NSA to meet with Northwest and Northeast governors. All right. Certainly, I'm sure Sheson would like to talk about these issues when we open discussion shortly. Leadership newspaper is next. APC at the crossroads as court declares Gadom acting chair. And Ajimobi-led National Working Committee consolidates, inaugurates primary election appeal committees, progressive governors, DG, 6 PMB's intervention, and so many other riders there. All right, from there, let's go to the national economy. National economy, the chance, 2019, chance for Nigeria's economic diversification. But Mila is saying, that's the Speaker of the House of Representatives, a chance for Nigeria's economic diversification. And that's the COVID-19 has created that chance. That's what Mila is saying. Okay. Sheson, let me take you to the story on the front page of Daily Times that says that Buhari goes tough on security chiefs, expresses anger over rising insecurity in the nation, and tasks them to justify their continuous stay in office. The service chiefs have been on for 5 years now, and a lot of Nigerians have been calling for the reshufflement based on what they're seeing, not feeling satisfied with the level of performance where people are not safe, completely safe in parts of the country, from north central, northeast, northwest, and parts of the south side, and in fact, all regions of the country. What do you make of the president's reaction when, if all of these headlines are anything to go by, where the president is expressing anger in some quarters, is expressing disappointment on the other, and is reacting? What's your take on this?
Thank you very much, Mike, for having me. I think the president position at this point is pretty late, considering the number of people that we have lost over years. Those people has been on in the last 5 years. And if you have to go, like I do say, being in the private sector, putting in position the key performance index of anybody that is put at the helm of affair, this service chief has actually failed us. We might say that they've tried their best, but their best is not good enough. And it's good that the president is highlighting this morning. But the aspect that I will not support is for them to say they should justify why they must retain the job. You and I know that at the beginning of this year, even the National Assembly called for the termination of the appointment of this service chief because of the insecurity that we've experienced, not only in the northwest or the northeast, but it has truncated all across the regions, and the insecurity is really, really high. Aside the other side, we discover of different vices that is actually coming up from every angle: the rape, the insecurity of banditry. If you look at cumulatively the lives that we've lost in the last 5 years, we'll be talking of numbers that is astronomical for us to call. So we feel that by now, it's not that the president, if he's angry as at this morning, we expect that the service chief should have been relieved of their position. Let's try other people and see what best they can give to us, because the lives that we're losing all the time is high, and we must just give value to lives.
All right, others are saying that the solution may not necessarily be in the sacking of the service chiefs, because it's about the system and not necessarily about one man or, the persons who occupy the office. What do you make of that?
We have system, like we keep saying, every aspect of our economy or every aspect of this country are good policies in place. But the problem we keep having is the implementation of some of these systems. And who drives the system is the main man at the end of affairs. If he doesn't have understanding of what the system is all about, it's pretty difficult for such person to drive the people that are behind him. Mike, the fact remains, I'm not a security expert, but I know there are policies that are actually put in place even for us to make things work across board: economic, security, improvement of infrastructure and development. But our problem is always implementation. And one of the writers was telling us that they are actually making excuses of why they have not performed. These are some of the things you would have seen before now. If you cannot perform, it's always good that you just bow out and say, okay, well, I have seen this problem. I cannot. Make the problem known to us. Let's see if other people can think faster than you do. Bow out and let's give room for other people. It's not the issue of we having the system is there. The problem we have is following through, see through in implementing some of this policy that we have in the system, and we can make it work.
All right. Now, at different times, we have had reports of traditional rulers being complicit, politicians being indicted here and there or accused, let me say, of complicity with compromising the system, where they are behind some of the banditry or herdsmen, or they're sympathetic to, all of those who are working against the state. Now, how much more complex is the issue if these reports are through?
The issue is we don't give serious punishment. We only come on paper to say this and these are the people that are actually compromising the security of the state. If we have facts to back them up, we should make them face the consequence. The fact remains that if you are able to deal with one or two or three, the next thing you will see is that everybody will enter into their shell and behave. It's enough for us to say that we know the people that are perpetrating or compromising the security of the state, and we still allow them to go freely around the state. What is holding us back to actually deal with them if we have the fact? But for the fact that we don't punish anybody, we'll see the level of this insecurity increasing. Banditry started just like a joke. The herdsmen killing, the insecurity everywhere started in a very small way. And you discover that some of those people, they go freely because they feel that they have a godfather somewhere. They feel that they have people out there that can actually defend them. But if we are able to bring to justice some of the people that were discovered that are frustrating the security of the state, I think others will learn their lesson and they'll put themselves to check.
All right. Sheson Kwade, thank you so much for your time on the program. We appreciate it.